Good morning, my dear students. Today we are going to deal with a new chapter. It's a poem called Animals, written by Walt Whitman. This part has been taken from Song of Myself in Leaves of Grasses. Before going into the chapter, let's know about the author. Walt Whitman is an American poet. He is an essayist and also had been a journalist. He is called the father of free verses because his poem does not give any rhyming sound or rhyme scheme. In this chapter, he prefers animal over human beings. He detailedly tells about the negative qualities of human beings which he dislikes, and that negative qualities are not there in animals. He thinks that animals are far more better than human beings because they are not having materialistic pleasures and they are content in what they have. So let's start the chapter. First paragraph. I think I could turn and live with them animals. They are so placid and self-content. I stand and look at them long and long. The poet says that he wants to turn to an animal again, as we know that human beings were first and apes. After a long time of evolution, we become a complete human beings. Now, the poets want to be an animal again and want to live with the animals because animals are so placid and self-content. Placid means calm or peaceful. And he thinks that animals are so self-content because they are not having large numbers of relationships and they are not depending upon others for their support or for their survival. They don't discuss their problems with each other. The poet observes this quality of animals for a long and long time. They do not sweat and whine about their conditions. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins. They do not make me sick discussing their duties to God. Not one is dissatisfied, not one is demented with the mania of owning things. Let's understand this by line. They do not sweat and whine about their condition. Sweat and whine means scare or complain. Unlike human beings, the poet says that the animals are not crying and complaining in the situation. Unlike human beings we know that we used to complain in all the things happening in our life. Like our faith is not good, why the situation that God has given to me and all other stuffs. But this cry and complaint of human beings are not there in animals. Next line. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep for the sins. He says that animals don't wake the whole night and cry to God to forgive their sins like human beings. We know that if a day was not good, if we have committed any mistake, human beings will find a particular time to know the mistake what they have done and ask God the forgiveness for their guilt. But animals don't do like that. Humans, after doing the mistake, they cry to God to forgive their sins. But this thing is not there in animals. Next line. They do not make me sick discussing their duties to God. So he says that they don't make me sick. Here sick does not mean of being ill. It states of irritating or making the other angry. He says that animals are not having such kind of behavior of irritating me or making me anger by discussing about the duties to God. In this we can take it as in two different ways. Some people has lots of superstitious rituals and customs that if you are not doing this kind of thing, God will punish us. Oh, it's not like that. In a second way we can take it in a very positive way. Like if you are doing any charity work for a particular poor people or any others. So some people used to boast that we have done a very good work, a very good duty to God. This boasting, this kinds of superstitious beliefs are not there in animals. That is the one the poet loves in animals. Next line. Not one is dissatisfied, not one is demented with the mania of owning things. He says that animals are not dissatisfied in any of the situation like human beings and they are not demented, they don't behave irrationally. Demented means behaving in an irrational way when they are excited. Means humans have a particular kind of character. If we are being very much joy, we try to behave in a very irrational way, like jumping out here and there. But if we are sad, or if we are get hurt, if we got hurt for in some particular things, what will happen? We behave in another irrational way, like responding them in a not humble way, in an angry way, right? We used to behave in a two different irrational ways. But this kind of irrationality is not there in animals. They used to behave normally in all kinds of situations, even though they know it is a irrational situation. And the mania of owning things. Mania means the craze. Human beings, as we know, we are having the craze of all the things. Mainly we can say the greed. Greed for owning the materialistic pleasures of life. To fulfill our desires, right? Like human beings, if we are getting a small job, we love to have a big job with lots of salaries. And we have the desire to fulfill all our wishes, like to have more, and more. The more word of humans does not end. This is a greed of the man, which makes him so much crazy to run behind the materialistic thing. So, let's go to the next paragraph. Next paragraph. Not one kneels to another, not to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. Not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole world. Let's see the meaning. Not one kneels. Kneels means to go down by bending their knees. Here it states that human being as being a man has created lots of things for himself, like the notion of God, like the society, like the division of classes, the space between rich and poor. How it happens? Everyone wants to be rich, and rich people want to associate with the rich people for being their life so humble, making their life so materialistic to fulfill all their desires. So for doing this, they can cross any limits. They can kneel down to anybody. But this not happens in animals. They are equally respectable. Even a small or the weak animal, or the mighty or the biggest animal, as equally respectable in their own ecosystem. And they are not unhappy about the whole world. They are happy in their own situation, unlike human beings. Human beings tries to be happy to be in the situation, but it does not happen because we as human beings are busy running with to fulfill our materialistic desire, which not happens, and the noble qualities we used to lose. Next paragraph. So they show their relation to me, and I accept them. They bring me tokens of myself. They evince them plenty in their possession. Let's see the meaning of this lines. It says that the animals show the relation to me, the relation of kindness, of compassion, of innocence, of kind-heartedness, and I happily accept that. And they bring the tokens of myself. The myself here, the poet means that the tokens here symbolizes the symbols or virtues or the qualities of the animals. They bring the qualities of myself, means the quality which was in humans before. They bring the same quality to me, and that indicates that this is no longer of humans, and these noble qualities has been to the animals now. Next paragraph. I wonder where they get those tokens. Did I pass them away huge times ago and negligibly drop them? It says that. Now the poet is thinking. What he is thinking? He is thinking that where did they get these tokens? Tokens, we know the qualities. Where did they get the tokens of this much good qualities? Did I pass them, or did I, without carefully or without any care, carelessly, I dropped them over? He says that did the animals got these noble qualities from humans because we have already passed it away, or already we have without any care we have lost it somewhere, and this thing is not going to come back to humans, and this will be only owned by animals now.